Hello, everyone. So this is actually an excerpt from our podcast, The Weekly Planet, isn't it, Mason?
Nope, it's brand new original material.
That's right, because Raw Collings has put pictures to it. So you're going to know what's going on. It's our classic and patented superhero showdown episode. Nobody steal this idea ever. If you do, we will come to your house and break all of your fingers and dogs.
Wow.
That's how we do it.
Wow, you'll say anything, won't you?
And
You'll
do anything.
Yeah, it's true. Oh my God. He's going to break my fingers for literally no reason.
So look, listen along and watch along if you want.
Please do.
Also, because I'm having a kid, so this is easier than me making a separate video because it's fucking hard having
You're going to break all your kids' fingers.
Break.
You got so much to do.
I got a lot to do. All right, thanks. We'll be back at the end.
Okay, bye.
Popular demand, it's back.
Oh.
But we're here for another superhero showdown, aren't we?
We are.
How does this work, this particular ongoing thing that we do?
The ongoing debacle that is the superhero showdown.
Correct.
Well, how it works is people want to know definitively who would win in a battle between superhero A and superhero B. And we, as the ultimate authority on these kind of dumb things...
Don't question.
No, it's unquestionable. We're qualified somehow.
Yes.
Because we've talked into microphones long enough. That's how it works, right?
There's been so many episodes of this stupid show.
So, how it works is, in the imaginary scenario, each hero or villain appears at opposite ends of a standard-size American football field. Once again, we do not know the dimensions of that. We've never been to one or even looked at one that closely.
That's up to you, the listener.
That's right. These heroes or villains notice one another, determine the other one to be a threat, and attempt to defeat the other one by the means they would normally do so.
Yes.
There you go. They have all the equipment they would normally have on them.
Correct. So, for example, if Marty McFly appears, he's probably got the DeLorean.
Yeah.
If Mad Max appears, he's probably got the DeLorean. But if Tintin appears, he probably doesn't have the DeLorean.
Probably got some sort of weird Belgian DeLorean.
It's no good.
No.
The wheels are in the middle of the car. It doesn't make any sense.
It's powered by whatever they drink as espresso in Belgium. I don't know what that would be.
I don't know.
Probably regular espresso, but with some sort of weird probably put cinnamon on it or something.
What are you up to there?
Right?
What are you up to?
If you're Belgian, let us know.
Yeah, so we can make fun of it.
If you could, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I had a thought also, if anybody wants to take advantage of our ExpressVPN offer, I think maybe the first thing they should do is everybody should switch to a different country. So all our download traffic is coming from the one country this week.
Oh my God.
I think that'd be funny. And
Belgium.
I think it should be Belgium.
Yeah, absolutely. We should do that every week.
Right.
Just really inconvenience people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the winner is determined. And as usual, our decision is final. Unless you have a different opinion, in which case you are correct.
Yeah.
Please don't add us.
We don't need to know.
We don't need to know. Just feel safe in the knowledge that we would approve of what you think.
That being said, if it's the YouTube version, go for it because the comment helps.
Please do. Then argue to your heart's content. Should we do a different take for the YouTube version?
So we had a kind of a running theme this week that actors who play different characters going against each other. So we've got a few of those, but it's not strictly that. It's just whatever. Should we get into it?
This is from Max on the Gmail, weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. Doctor Strange versus Smaug.
Oh my goodness.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Both
joints.
Cumber buddies.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, Smaug, what are his powers? He's fireproof, I assume, because he's a dragon.
Yes.
He loves hoarding gold.
Yep.
He sleeps for
that's not a power. That's a
trait.
It's a trait. It's a
weakness.
It's a disorder.
Okay,
ultimately,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. We call it billionaire's disease.
Oh yeah, Scrooge McDuck has it.
Yes.
So he's also sleeps for an extraordinary long amount of time. So you're getting him in the middle of that sleep. Does he need a bit of time to awaken from his slumber? Is what I'm saying, or is he snapped awake and he's ready to go?
Well, I'm going to assume there's a very loud crowd around the football field,
Okay.
so he's up fairly quickly, I think.
Do you think Doctor Strange would behead him with a portal immediately? You think Doctor Strange hasn't seen something like this before?
Well, I mean, okay, so we also should say it's these characters at the peak of their powers.
Yes.
So this is like...
Unless specified otherwise.
Yes, this is like Infinity War Doctor Strange.
So this means that it's Smaug who's awake and he's stretched.
He's awake and stretched, exactly.
Okay,
That's
good.
right.
Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
He's got a headband on. He's got sweatbands. He's got a pair of brand new Nikes. 2 pairs of brand new Nikes?
However many he needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's got at least one and he's hoarding another one.
That's true, yeah.
So what do you think, though? Do you think he's just he could knock his soul out of his body?
You think this is a short fight?
Oh, absolutely. Doctor Strange has fought a guy. Remember that Dormammu in another dimension? He died like 1 billion times.
It's true, yeah.
He's not fazed by something like this. A regular dragon? Get the fuck out of here.
I enjoy the fact that you like regular dragon. Wouldn't he be more inclined initially to be like, I should catch this dragon for study or something?
No, it's a threat. He'd kill it.
Straight away?
He'd kill it.
Okay, well, I guess then it's down to how would he kill it?
Beheading.
Oh, maybe.
He could make 1 million of himself. The dragon doesn't know what it's going for.
Yeah, you're right. Because, I mean, I guess Smaug exists in the world of sort of Tolkien magic.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
more
like
subtle.
Bright lights and fire and stuff
Exactly.
like
He's
that.
expecting Doctor Strange to summon an eagle and fly away or whatever. And Strange is like, I'll just loop a ring around your head and shrink it so your neck bursts.
Exactly. Well, he could put him in a weird mirror dimension and leave him there.
That's true, yeah.
There's so many things that Doctor Strange could do. He could use that whip thing he does.
Yep.
There's 1 million whips.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He did pretty well against Thanos, who could do literally anything. So
true.
this guy's not a problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that's what I think.
What if Smaug sits on him?
Yeah, but he wouldn't.
What
And
if
he could just duck into a portal.
I feel you're avoiding the issue. What if he did, though?
But he just duck into a portal.
He
It
could
wouldn't
duck
be a
into a portal,
problem.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. The only thing is you wouldn't want Doctor Strange to leave his body, leave his lifeless body to do like some
Astral plane nonsense,
shit, which I don't think he would do.
No.
There's no reason
He
that
just
he would
use
do
lasers.
That. He just
He
use
used
lasers.
magic
yeah.
lasers.
Exactly. I should also point out that a lot of mine are coming from Twitter, but also patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies, taking a lot of suggestions there. So if you want to, you can get early stuff and whatever there if you want. What about this one then?
I'm ready.
From Chow. Batman versus the T-800. Batman doesn't know it's a robot at first. How quickly do you think Batman would determine that the T-800 is a robot?
The instant the batarang bounces off his head.
So he's going for the batarang to the head immediately?
Yes.
I think you could tell by like his gait. I think he's probably got like a glasses thing, that like a detective vision.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe.
If we're
you're
talking
right.
like peak Batman, he's
Sure,
probably,
that's true.
you can probably tell by like the indentations in the ground that this guy weighs like 400 pounds.
Sure.
Yeah. And then you could kill.
That's true.
Because he has no qualms with killing a robot. He's happy to do it. Yeah. Do you remember
grenades.
Bat grenades. Remember that time he took out bloody it's in the under the Red Hood movie. He takes out Amazo. I mean, he has help with Nightwing, but Amazo was much more skilled than a Terminator.
I mean, I guess Terminators are fast though.
Yeah, but Amazo's got like lasers and magic and all sorts of.
He's got Amazo lasers. You're right.
Amazo lasers, yeah. Because Amazo has like the powers of various characters.
But also, I
whatever.
feel like the Terminator could survive a couple of bat grenades.
Yeah.
And then choke Batman to death.
If he could get his hands on Batman.
Yes.
Do you think Batman would go fist to fist with a Terminator? He doesn't get close enough to anything that can kill him, really. Or he tries not to.
Emotionally?
Yeah, well,
What do
that
you
too. Yeah. He's been burnt before.
It's true.
Am I incorrect in that?
You're not incorrect.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to just defer to that rule of Batman always wins, even though he does.
It's true.
But the reason is because I think he's got enough stuff on him and he's seen enough to know what this is.
Bearing in mind, the Terminator also probably has a gun.
Yes.
You've forgotten that.
But a lot of people have guns, in front of Batman. Like,
Yes.
Yeah. You think Batman's taken out the light straight away? Not that matters with the Terminator, actually, because the Terminator has night vision.
Right?
Yeah.
I think there's a longer fight than you think.
Okay. So how do you think it's going to go then? Do you think Batman's getting in close? Do you think he's going to go for a kick to the head or a sweep of the knee?
I don't think he would know.
No.
I think he'd know enough not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just using his bowlers and all his bombs.
But see, here's the thing though. What if he runs out of bat grenades? How many bat grenades does he have on him?
Do you think he'd find a way to pry open the Terminator's skull to get the chip out?
No, he doesn't have enough time.
Yeah. Or money.
Right?
Actually, no, he has enough money.
He has enough money, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Right. You don't think could he grappling hook him and like just tie him up to the goalpost?
No, Terminator's too strong.
Was that naive of me?
Yes.
Okay, you're probably right. What if he got a grenade inside his mouth?
That could kill either of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, in that instance, whoever got there first would win. You're right.
I don't know. I just feel like Batman's got enough. He's also got tasers. You can knock out a Terminator with electronic charge.
Which Terminator?
All of them. 3 specifically in Terminator 3.
Do you think Batman...
And that's the peak of Terminators.
That's true.
Terminator
Well, exactly.
3.
Peak Terminator 3 is the one that has the plasma charge.
Yeah.
Bombs inside it.
Yes.
So he's got at least 2 of those, bear in mind.
Yeah.
So he's got 1
but they don't
to
use
kill
them.
Batman and 1 for afters.
I was going to say, but they don't use them offensively, but actually, that's not actually true. They
Yeah.
do. That one in that movie does that exact thing.
Yes,
So do you think he'd waste one of them on Batman?
I mean, who else is he? I mean, well, I guess
Probably, I guess.
I guess if also, I guess we have to factor in that if this Terminator doesn't have a mission,
Yeah.
he doesn't really care
Yeah, right.
about anything.
Yeah, okay, sure. But don't you think, though, he gets there
Yep.
and then he locks on to Batman
Mhm.
and immediately he's like, kill.
One goal, kill Batman.
Yeah.
It's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think even if he set off one of those things,
Yeah.
I think Batman would be away from it.
Yeah.
He survives explosions all the time.
Yeah.
He's got that cape that can like survive explosions.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also, bearing in mind this version of the Terminator has tearaway stripper pants on.
Of course he does.
I don't know how that's going to help him in a fight, but
But he does.
he does. It's true.
It's important, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could knock the glasses off him and he's like, my glasses. Because that one really cares about glasses for no reason.
Yeah, that's right. That's his one weakness.
Yeah, I think it's Batman.
I mean, it's probably still Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What's next then?
Look, here's the thing.
Okay.
As long as he's got the detective vision.
Yeah, okay.
I feel, and also, and it sort of depends on what era of Batman as well.
Yeah.
If it's the 70s Batman.
Oh, no, he's paced. That's not
It's
even...
absolutely
Forget
faced,
it.
yeah.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel maybe in future we need a different set of rules for Batman.
Because you can... Oh, like pick a Batman.
Yeah, maybe pick a Batman.
Okay. Well,
Just because...
if we've got another Batman in here, we'll pick a Batman.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
I can appreciate that.
Mm.
What do you got?
This is from Jake Hall.
Okay.
This is a rare three-way, but I'm allowing it. This is Taika Waititi's character in Green Lantern versus Korg versus imaginary Hitler from Jojo Rabbit.
Okay, who's imagining Hitler? The kid, I guess.
Yeah, Jojo.
That means the kid's there.
The kid is there, yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to kill the kid to
Yeah,
kill
you
imaginary?
have to kill the kid, yeah.
But do you know that Hitler's there?
Yes.
But he's not really there.
It's magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Korg knows that imaginary Hitler is there.
Yep.
Piss off, Ghost!
And he knows that he has to kill the kid to kill Hitler.
Yes.
I don't think he...
Or knock out the kid.
Yeah,
I
okay.
guess.
And what was the first one? Taika Waititi from Green Lantern.
Yes.
What does he do?
He's the best friend. He's a quirky best friend.
He's just impressed by Green Lantern suits,
Yeah,
right?
he's impressed. He's impressed by Green Lantern suits and nothing else.
Well, Korg's a rock monster
Yeah.
with a club.
But as previously established, Taika Waititi's character in Green Lantern is impressed by Green Lantern powers and nothing else.
Yeah, but do you think a rock monster running at a boy, that's finished. Like, he kills him or not,
Yes.
that's not a fight. That's a trouncing, right?
It is absolutely a trouncing, yes.
Yeah. And the other one is a human man from 2010
That's exactly right.
who's impressed by
Green Lantern and no
Green
one else.
Lantern and nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
Do you think imaginary Hitler has any abilities?
No. I mean, he gives you confidence
Yeah,
or
okay.
false confidence because he's a Nazi.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe Jojo.
Jojo Rabbit also threw a grenade and nearly blew off half his own face.
That's true.
He's not exactly winning any awards for being great at throwing grenades.
Yeah, if anything, I feel he would encounter, the scarred rock monster of Korg.
Yeah.
And maybe they would learn to be friends.
They'd form a bond.
Yeah.
And beat up.
And beat up Taika Waititi's character from Green Lantern. Yeah. Uh-huh.
2-on-1.
Yeah.
Never even thought of such a thing.
3-on-1 because they've teamed up with Hitler also.
Okay, you're right. Wow, this is really turned.
Okay, it's a resounding victory for Korg, Jojo Rabbit, and an imaginary Hitler who team up to beat up, look, I'll be honest, the devastatingly handsome Taika Waititi, and I'm sure that's why they're beating him up.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very
No?
tan in that movie and just jet black hair.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, some would argue he's even more handsome now,
yeah, he's got that going on
but
too.
he was very handsome back during Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And he'd be there and here's the thing, he's handsome.
Yep.
And he's dismissive of anything that isn't the Green Lantern's costume. And so he'd be a bit smug and disdainful.
Oh yeah, it's like this. I've seen a rock monster. I've seen a man in a very green outfit.
Those guys are going to beat the tar out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, whatever your character was called in Green Lantern, Taika Waititi.
Neither here nor there.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah. Jonathan White says, Invisible Man 2020. Slight spoiler alert for that version. If you haven't seen it, you should see it if you haven't. And versus Jessica Alba, Sue Storm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Now, they're both invisibling,
Yes.
but one is in a very valuable suit.
Yes.
Where
It's Chanel. We're talking about Jessica Alba, right?
That's right, yes. Oh, is that what the suits are in that?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. So,
I'm just in a civvies.
yeah, sure. But the thing about Sue Storm is she's force fields as well.
That's true.
That guy's not getting anywhere near her.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I also feel like Sue Storm, Jessica Alba Sue Storm, as written,
Yeah.
is a little bit naive.
Sure, okay.
And I feel like she wouldn't expect anybody else to be invisible. Also, I wonder, here's the thing
do
I
they
wonder.
appear invisible when they get there? Is that what you're going to say?
Oh, that's a good question as well. Well, okay, no, you're right, because if they both arrive... Okay, no, here's the thing I wonder. Because Invisible Man 2020,
Yeah.
he's pretty much, whenever he's got the suit on, he's invisible. He's never not invisible.
Until it gets damaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's going to show up invisible,
Yeah.
whereas Sue Storm may not show up invisible.
And maybe he follows her home.
Well, maybe.
Because that's what that guy's all about.
That's his whole deal. But she can't go home. She's on a football field. But what I'm saying
She can't go. Why can't she go home?
that's how this works. What I'm saying is that she would not expect anybody else to have invisibility powers.
Okay.
Because she's never encountered anybody else with invisibility powers. But he shows up, he's invisible. He's like, there's a woman.
And I hate that.
Yeah. I'm not on board with this at all.
Okay, so you think he's coming in for the kill straight away
I
then?
think probably, yeah.
Yeah, you might be right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Here's the thing, though. He also doesn't have anything on him because he's invisible.
That's true, because all of the weapons he used, he acquires
They're
throughout
improvised,
the...
yeah.
He's grabbing a knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here's the... Well, and also...
So if he grabs her to choke her...
she'll know that he's there.
She's force-fielding straight up,
Yeah,
right?
she'd pop his head off. Yeah. I feel, what would it... Yeah, no, you're right, because he... And also he's ultimately a coward.
Does he know that she's invisible as well, that she can do any of that? Probably not.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got the advantage immediately.
He's got the initial advantage, yes.
He's overconfidence.
Yes.
Which is his weakness and his suit that doesn't work sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
And when on his first attack,
Yep.
she force fields up and tears his head off.
Pretty much, because, I mean, as soon as he attacks her...
Yeah.
Unless he kills her in one punch, which I don't think he can,
No,
because he's not
like
super
that,
strong.
yeah.
He's just a regular man and a coward. She would know that there's another invisible person there. She would be able to see him. I wonder if she can see invisible things automatically.
Well, I mean, she can probably see the things that are invisible the way she is, but maybe not a technological
But she can see
thing.
things that are invisible once she knows to look for them.
Is that true?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
And I think she can make invisible things visible also.
Yes.
So this is a short fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she can also like touch a wall and make it transparent.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's handy, but imagine if there was a wall that she could do that with.
Oh,
If he was behind a wall.
right. Or behind maybe some goalposts.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's where he's going to go. His refuge is going to be some goalposts.
That's true.
And he's going to be like, phew.
Do you think she's
I'm in this weird pocket dimension that is just a football field.
Do you think also she's going to see the grass flattening as he's walking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
And also, she doesn't have to touch the ground. She
No.
can force field above the ground.
But can her force fields be invisible if she's in the force field? Presumably, yes.
They can, yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. Terrific.
Yeah. And she'd kill him.
Yeah, she'd kill him. Also, Reed Richards is on the way. He's too late, though, because he sucks.
She's already done a murder. She's murdered him.
What do you got?
Okay, this one's from Alexander.
Okay.
Ready for this?
The Great?
Yeah, the Conqueror from hundreds of years ago. Yeah, absolutely. That's who this is. It's interesting how wary he is of modern day pop culture.
Did he carve it into a wall knowing that this was going to happen?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's also prophetic. Yeah. This guy's good. I don't know anything about the past, though, as we've previously established.
You don't need to.
Here's a Chris Evans showdown.
Okay.
What about Captain America versus his character from Scott Pilgrim?
Okay, Lucas Lee.
Lucas Lee, yeah.
Strong,
Yes.
agile,
Yes.
multiple versions of himself. I feel like he's always got them on him. He's always got his entourage.
Yeah, I think
Would you
so too.
disagree with that?
No, I would agree with that.
I know it's kind of cheating.
But here's the thing, because that's
part of his powers.
That's part of his powers, and vague as they are.
Yes.
You know?
Excellent skateboarder.
Do you think this is the best, just ahead of time, do you think this is the best Chris Evans combo? Do you think this is the best Chris Evans versus? Do you think there's a better version of this?
I think people would say like a Johnny Storm and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this is the best version.
Because
yes.
Lucas Lee, both of these characters, their power set doesn't really adhere to the laws of physics, but in different ways.
Yes.
Captain America has a shield that can basically do whatever he wants. He can just fling it and it'll come back to him or not, depending on the time of day and the weather, I guess.
Yeah.
But Lucas Lee is also...
He's doing big comic book punches.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And Scott Pilgrim is also an amazing fighter.
Right.
And he's able to best him. And the only way that he is being beaten is through being tricked. ego tricked.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think he would have the upper hand on Captain America physically? Because I think he's probably more enhanced than Captain America is.
Because the laws of physics do not apply to him. Yes, exactly. I think you're right.
And he's got 8 guys with him.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, Captain America's taken 8 guys all day, any day of the week.
Oh, right.
That sounds, you can take that whatever way you want. Yeah, sounds hot.
Why, thank you. So are you.
But no, do you think Captain America Captain America also doesn't really have an ego the way that Lucas Lee does. Do you think
Lucas Lee's all ego,
Do you think he'd use that to his advantage?
Maybe. I think he could lure Lucas Lee into fighting one man at a time.
Okay.
Because
just
that's
be like, I thought you were cool and
exactly.
tough.
I feel like his ego. He's got the ego of a comic book villain.
Yes.
Like a real traditional one.
Yes, he does.
I feel like you could nail him down that way. You'd be like, you wouldn't dare fight me man to man.
Yeah.
I think you would.
Also, I guess those other guys, they're mostly cannon fodder, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more stunt performers.
They're more stunt performance, yeah. And because Scott Pilgrim's able to take out like multiple versions of them, fairly easily. Not all of them, but he's and they're hitting him with skateboards and
yes, that's right.
Whatever. How's he using the skateboard? Is he grinding off the goalpost?
He's grinding off the goalpost. Yes,
but
James.
to what end?
It's just impressive.
Yeah, it is. I guess
it would wow Captain America. I feel
Captain America's shield also versus a skateboard. They're not the same.
But we don't know
they?
if it's a magic skateboard or not.
Well, we see like they break, like when he hits Scott Pilgrim and they're
true.
breaking on his arm or whatever.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Do you think Captain America could bait him into doing a grind on the goalpost and then behead him with his shield?
Absolutely, he could. Also, would Captain America kill Lucas Lee? Because he's a movie star. He's not a...
Yeah, because he's not killing a Batroc the Leaper, is he? International terrorist.
That's true.
Why would he kill this guy who looks like him?
But is Lucas Lee a killer? I'm not sure.
I don't know if he is.
He probably isn't. I feel like most of the fights in Scott Pilgrim just end in a beatdown and like a loss of honor.
Well, no, because Scott Pilgrim kills them.
Because
they all turn to coins.
They turn to coins. You're
I
right.
think a lot of those people in those situations.
But I guess they respawn somewhere else. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe it's also that I think they are trying to kill Scott Pilgrim. I assume, because he kills them.
That is true. Yeah. You're right.
Probably.
I mean, Jason Schwartzman kills him at the end.
Yeah, that's right. He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And presumably the rest are also
dead.
Trying to kill. Yeah, dead and also trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you mourn in the Scott Pilgrim universe, knowing that maybe your best friend was killed and turned into a coin?
I don't think that. I think Lucas Lee is looking at Captain America like he could kill him the way that you would kill a video game character.
Right, whereas jump on his head.
Yeah, whereas Captain America is durable in a way that Scott Pilgrim maybe isn't.
You're probably right, yeah.
And he's got his shield for blocking.
He does have a shield for blocking, that's true, yeah.
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 I don't think Lucas Lee would underestimate him, but I think Captain America could bait him into doing something stupid.
Yes.
And then he'd probably even accidentally kill him. And then he'd turn to coins and he'd be like, I don't understand this.
Yes. Is this a modern day reference? I don't understand.
But it's over and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And there's nobody there to explain it to him.
I think it's Lucas Lee.
Yeah, okay. What about this one? If we're talking...
Wait, it's Captain America.
Yes. Doesn't matter, does it?
No.
If we're talking people from the...
But if I hadn't caught that, the answer would be Lucas Lee.
That's right. Adam Collins says, in the spirit of same actors, Austin Powers versus Shrek. And if we're talking Shrek at the height of his power...
Yes.
We'll be talking about before he has kids.
Because after that ruined.
I think it's probably the height of his anger and power and strength is before he falls in love. Or while he gets...
Wow.
Yeah, because what...
Someone's taking the red pill this
Nothing
week.
to lose. But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If we're talking
right.
red pill then, it's after he gets heartbroken, when he's at his angriest.
Yeah, right. It's probably, yeah.
And after that he's yanked out of that and he's dropped into a field with Austin Powers. And
you're just saying the height of fighting powers, not the height of... But I'm saying, what if... And look, I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But maybe he's like, well, I have to fight hard because I've got kids.
That's
and I
a
have to
good
go
point,
back to my
actually.
kids.
Yeah.
So now you have to make the decision. When would you be more powerful? If you didn't have any kids, or if you were protecting your kids?
I'm fitter now than I was before kids,
right?
And I'd have more to lose. So I would say probably now.
There we go. Okay,
yeah.
so it's after Shrek has
It's after
kids.
Shrek. I thought about it. You're right. The other thing is, I think Shrek would also be not impressed by whatever Austin Powers is. He's like, I don't understand your
A
references.
weird British man in Union Jack underpants. Yes.
Shrek's also doing references.
Oh, that's
and
true.
Austin Powers is like, I understand some of these references, but not all.
Okay, so what era Austin Powers? This is modern Austin
Probably
Powers?
3.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
not 1960s Austin Powers.
No, because I think also the rules of love would apply,
Uh-huh.
and you got to give him someone worth fighting for.
Oh, that's
As
true,
well. Yeah. Austin Powers also has a gun, and Shrek does not have a gun.
But is Shrek bulletproof? We don't know.
I don't know.
Has he been shot by a cannon maybe in one of the Shrek
He's
movies?
had an arrow in his butt, so I don't think he's bulletproof.
Okay, right.
But would a bullet kill a Shrek? Like a little Austin Powers bullet from his Walther
Probably.
PPK or whatever it's
Probably.
called. Yeah, you reckon?
Or
It'd be like killing a cow. You'd have to hit it like right in the head.
I'm going to Google Austin Powers gun and see what gun he uses. Because there'll be,
Okay.
I'll check the movie firearm database.
Okay.
Gun.
I think it's like the James Bond gun.
Yeah, it's a Walther PPKS.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah, it is. There you go.
Yeah.
That's very Bond.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd kill Shrek.
No.
You have to factor in as well that when we imagine Shrek, I guess we imagine him as a little animation, but he's a monster.
He's huge.
He's huge. He's
like 8. He's like
10
7 feet tall, maybe.
Oh, okay,
7 feet
right,
tall.
right. Mhm.
He's at least 6'6". I would say he's probably close. He's probably more closer to 7.
Wow.
He's also insanely strong.
That's true.
But then again, Austin Powers, he's going up like against a fat bastard or like
That's
a weird
true.
henchman or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
But how does he ultimately defeat Fat Bastard? By relating to him.
That's true. Do you think he would try that with Shrek?
Yes.
Shrek, like an onion.
You'd be like, Shrek, we probably both have dad issues.
Shrek's like, my dad tried to eat me or
We're
whatever.
both Michael Myers.
We're both Michael Myers.
Mike Myers,
We're both,
not Michael
No,
Myers.
that's a different Mike Myers. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. So do you think they'd get to a point where they're both crying and drinking?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Austin Powers would shoot him in the head.
Well, that's the other thing is, Shrek is not a killer,
Yep.
really.
Yes.
Like he's a lot of bluster, but he just wants to be left alone.
That's true, yeah.
Whereas Austin Powers,
Yeah.
big killer.
He
Remember the
thinks
time
killing's groovy, baby.
Remember that time? Yeah, you remember that time he killed that guy with the steamroller?
Yes.
He could have stopped, but he didn't.
Didn't?
He ran
Yeah.
that dude right over.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's shooting henchmen left and right. So, yeah, I think it comes down to the cold-blooded nature. So even if they relate to each other,
Yeah.
Austin Powers would go, one of us is leaving here. And I'm going back to Beyonce, quite
That's
frankly.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Heather Graham or whatever.
Whichever one.
It doesn't matter. Not the first one because she was a fembot.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go, Mason.
Yep. 2 in the back of the head for Shrek, I'm afraid to say. Okay, here's a pretty good one.
All right.
This is from John Hatz. This is maybe a deeper cut.
Okay.
This is the world's greatest actor showdown. Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll from The Mummy
Love it.
versus Russell Crowe as Sid 6.7 from the movie Virtuosity, where he's all the world's greatest
Serial killers or something?
serial killers and monsters and whatever condensed down into one artificial intelligence, but also he's been put into like a nanotech glass body.
Yes.
In the real world.
And eats glass to
He eats
replenish
glass, yes.
himself.
That's correct, yes.
Is there any glass on that field?
Not on a football field. Wait, what's a goalpost made of? I'm going to Google that. real quick.
Fiberglass, right?
Fiberglass, probably.
Does that
yeah.
count?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So he's eating that fiberglass.
If he gets injured, we don't know yet.
Yeah. What are the powers of Dr. Jekyll? Exposition.
Exposition, certainly. He's got a lot of glass jars filled with references to
Glass?
future movies. Oh, no, he's doomed.
Dr. Jekyll doesn't even know what's coming at him. Like, he's used to like a supernatural being.
But he's used to supernatural beings.
Yeah, but he's not a supernatural being. He's a technological
No, I know, but
being.
he's odd, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Have you seen a photo of him? Google a photo of him real quick.
Virtuosity.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what he is.
Okay,
I've
right.
seen the movie Virtuosity.
All right,
Coming
okay.
at me like I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah. He also escapes into like a virtual world at the end, doesn't he?
Maybe.
Or something. He's like, I'm still alive. I'm a virtual boy.
Oh, yeah.
Not like the virtual boy.
Well, there's no virtual boys on the football field, so...
Unless it was
not
set
doing
in
that.
1996.
Yeah.
Then there might be at least one.
Well, okay, just to be clear, just to make this canon, this is you get transported back to 1996
Okay.
also.
Well, look, the only thing a virtual boy is being used for is the glass. He's eating the glass
He's
out
eating
of
the
it.
glass, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And if he gets put in the cartridge,
Yes.
like if he escapes to the cartridge of the virtual boy, Dr. Jekyll just put him in a jar of formaldehyde and he's dead. So-
Exactly. And the other thing is, no one would ever use that cartridge on anything.
That's
So he's
true,
just
yeah.
trapped in it forever if he was
Yeah.
trapped in a virtual boy.
yeah, it's true. Anyway, who's going to win this?
Dr. Jekyll, that guy's a serial killer. He's every serial killer.
And he's 6.7.
Yes, and he's insanely strong. I know Dr. Jekyll is. Dr. Jekyll also has to inject himself. No, that's to stop himself from turning.
Yes.
But even Tom Cruise...
Even Tom Cruise, you say?
Well, I was going to say regular man, but he's not. He's got the mummy powers.
He's got the mummy powers.
Some of at that point.
Yes.
And they're kind of 1-to-1.
They're both quite strong.
Yeah.
They're both very strong. How strong is a nanotech man made of glass?
How strong is Dr. Jekyll? Has he got regenerative powers?
He seems as strong as a drunk Russell Crowe would be.
Wow, that's insane.
Right? But like peak Russell Crowe,
yeah,
like he's done a gladiator or something.
Yes.
So he's peak strength, and also like the Cronulla Sharks have just lost at the rugby or whatever, and so he's mad too.
Yeah.
Is that his football team? I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Have you seen the bod on Virtuosity Russell Crowe? Not that it matters, but he's also insanely fit.
Okay, right.
Outside of his glass-based abilities.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What happens when you punch Virtuosity, when you punch Sid 6.7?
I think it like reforms or whatever until he runs out of glass.
Okay.
But there's a lot of glass, as we know, in that football field already. I'm sure people will write it and say, well, technically fiberglass isn't whatever. But we say it is.
We say we're blocking you.
You've been blocked preemptively.
We probably blocked you for something else earlier, many years ago.
Yeah, okay. So I think it's Virtuosity. Yes. I don't think Russell Crowe from The Mummy.
Yes.
He doesn't look at that guy.
That's his official name, Russell Crowe from The Mummy.
Yeah, he may as well be. He sees that guy coming and he's not like, that's a Dracula. That's
probably like if anything, he's probably like that's a curiosity.
Yes. What kind of jar can I put this in?
We also really haven't factored in that a lot of these people are going to be like, why is somebody who looks a lot like me coming at me?
We have to put that aside, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's
unless
probably
it
true,
plays into account, I guess, for the actual thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I think it's Virtuosity because...
Do you not think that this version of Mr. Hyde is probably regenerative as well?
Probably. Okay, here's what I also think, though.
Yes.
That version of Mr. Hyde is all about recruiting people to his side.
Yes.
He's got a speech ready how there's monsters in the dark and we're the people that push
he's going
back
to open with a
monsters.
speech.
And Glass Boy just beheads him.
Yeah, it's probably
like,
true.
Yeah, it's me. That's me. You're talking about
but
me.
I'm assuming that he's in Mr. Hyde mode.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah. But I think he'd still be able to behead him.
You think he'd do the speech? No, I'm saying you think he'd still do the speech.
Oh, no, he probably wouldn't. He wouldn't do the speech.
Yeah, he'd be like, hello.
You know who I am?
Yeah.
And Virtuosity was like, maybe.
Do you think... What if? Okay, I'm be willing to give it to Sid 6.7 unless Sid spills his pint. Like maybe he's been teleported in from the pub.
I think you're putting too much of Russell Crowe's own personality into these characters.
That's probably true. But he is.
I mean, it's just Russell Crowe.
It is mostly just Russell Crowe. But the version of that in The Mummy, he's very intense.
Yeah, he is.
If you recall.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it to Sid 6.7 unless there's a pint involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there might be.
There might be.
Yeah. What about this one for people who are the same?
Mm-hmm.
Lee Wilson says, Raiden from Mortal Kombat versus Connor McLeod. So that's Lambert v. Lambert.
Yeah.
Lightning v. Lightning, he's written.
I mean, of a sort, sure.
Of a sort, yeah.
But I mean, Raiden can use lightning all the time.
Yes.
The God of Thunder from the Mortal Kombat universe versus Connor McLeod from the Highlander universe.
But if it's Connor McLeod,
yes,
do you take him at the end of Highlander 1, where he's won the prize?
Oh, and he's mortal again? Probably not.
But then in later movies, he becomes immortal again.
Yes.
So do you take him from that, or do you take him from when there's still other Highlanders left and he...
I think you take him from then. I think you take him from the one good Highlander movie, Highlander 1.
My understanding of Raiden is one of his...
Except for Highlander 4. Highlander 4 is good also.
Yeah, well, that's what they... And some of the TV series,
Yeah,
right?
TV series is good. It's on Amazon Prime if you haven't seen it.
I have some of it, maybe.
Right.
Maybe I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about it at the very least.
Yeah.
One
very
of Raiden...
French.
Yes.
Because of French tax credits, probably.
To kill a Highlander, you have to behead them.
That's correct.
One of Raiden's...
Well, no, that's not true. You can kill a Highlander, but they will come back unless you behead them.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
One of Raiden's fatalities...
Your head explodes.
His head explode.
Yes.
Is that a Highlander killer?
Yes.
Does he also have to get him on the ropes to do the fatality? Presumably.
Oh,
by the rules of Mortal Kombat.
That's true, yeah. I think you should, yes.
But also we've seen Raiden in cutscenes do stuff that like kill people, not at the end of a fight.
Well, here's the thing we've got to factor in. That's sort of... If we're going by the rules of Mortal Kombat, he's only as good as I am at playing Mortal Kombat, which is not very good.
Or he's only as good as the movie version.
Yeah, I think he's the movie version, yeah.
And he doesn't even go to the tournament, doesn't he? He's like, I can't enter this realm or for whatever reason.
Yeah, probably.
I don't really remember.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Reptile, and we have to watch that. Remember that
Look,
bit?
I feel like in this instance, because also generally speaking, when an immortal kills another immortal,
Yes.
they get them on the ropes and then they cut their head off.
Yes.
Because it's in the Highlander universe, it's usually against the rules to just shoot somebody and then cut their head off while they're dead. It's rude. It's considered rude and bad.
But there's people in that universe who would do that, right?
Oh yeah, of course. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think Raiden would shoot him in the head and then take his head off?
No, I don't. Oh no, because I feel like he's very much because he's all about the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Yeah, it's true.
He would have shut it down a long time ago. He would have called in some inspectors, probably. Some interdimensional combat inspectors to be like,
right.
this isn't up to code. Let's shut it down. We're finding you, Shao Kahn. That's what he'd do. But he seems to be on board. He's like, the rules are the rules. So I think both of them would follow the rules of you get the other guy on the ropes and then you kill him.
Yeah, okay.
So I feel
you're
like
probably right.
this would be quite a fair fight.
But would it be fair? Because one has a sword
Yes.
and is mostly man-based in terms of his abilities.
He's mostly man-based. It's
Yeah,
true.
but Conor McLeod doesn't have magic beyond regenerative abilities.
I mean, he's stronger and faster than a normal man.
Okay, but is he stronger and faster than Raiden? But then again, who is stronger and faster than anybody in the Mortal Kombat universe?
Well,
Like Liu Kang is like, he's a guy, but is he?
right, but also
'Cause he's magic also.
traditionally, Raiden is a god, but he puts himself into human form in the Mortal Kombat tournament.
sure.
So he's human, but he also has lightning powers.
Okay, gotcha.
So he's as durable as anybody else in Mortal Kombat.
Okay, fair enough. So do you think they've all...
Which is a stupid move, in my opinion, because you could just show up as a god and kill everybody.
Because then what Raiden doesn't realize is he has to fight Goro.
Right?
And you got to do a bunch of jump kicks just to
You
keep
just
that
got to
guy at a
jump kick him
distance.
constantly, yeah.
As I found out
Yeah.
recently.
And then
yeah.
Shang Tsung turns into Goro. It's a nightmare. So I think it'll be a fair fight towards the end. So it's one guy's got a sword and one
Yes.
guy has light. He can shoot lightning and also do that Superman move across the screen.
That's true. But he goes,
The
hey, I'm
football
on a
field.
man!
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Yeah, man, it's good.
Boy, this is a tough call.
I think it's Raiden.
You think it's Raiden?
Yeah. I think he'd be surprised. Like he might kill him and not realize that he had killed him completely.
Right.
But when he comes back, he's like, I'm going to do one of my fatalities.
That's true.
Because he'd go to leave and he can't leave because the fight's not over. And he's like, what's going on? He turns around and Conor McLeod's alive.
Well, here's the thing also. Raiden can only kill somebody after one round. After 2 rounds. Conor McLeod can kill somebody after 1 round.
You would kill Raiden if you beheaded him, right?
Yes.
Could a sword, just a regular sword, behead Raiden? I presume it could, right?
I would say so, yes.
Maybe he'd think he killed him. And then Conor McLeod gets back up and beheads him.
Yeah.
And I feel like Conor McLeod would go, this is probably a Highlander because that's the only supernatural thing that I know.
Yeah, right.
So I got to behead him. And he doesn't have a sword, so that's going to make this much easier.
Yeah, that's true. Look, I'm not super I wonder about that because I think the immortals are only allowed to sword fight each other. Like they
Only
can't.
allowed?
Well, I think you can't.
Well, Raiden is immortal.
No, I know, but I think the idea is you can't come up to somebody who's unarmed. Like if you're a man of honor, you can't just come up to somebody who's unarmed and be like, "I'm going to cut you to pieces."
Okay, sure.
But I think you're right. I think if Raiden killed him,
Yes.
then Conor McLeod would. I imagine Raiden would go lightning bolt through the chest,
Like straight up.
That would be number one move, and that would kill a normal person. I would think
Yes, but it would only kill him temporarily.
it would kill him temporarily and he'd get back up again.
Yeah, because none of Raiden's opening moves are beheading.
That's true. That's true.
But he is stronger than a regular person.
Yes.
Could he probably take a lightning bolt and it wouldn't go through him? Because I feel like it might be able to.
I think it would go all the way through him.
Okay. Well, he does, actually, because bullets do, don't they?
Yeah.
He's been riddled with bullets. We see that in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think Raiden's lightning bolts are proper lightning bolts. They're not like from the sky lightning bolts. Because he hits like normal people with them.
That's true.
He'll hit like Striker.
He'll hit a dog that comes into his yard.
He'll let a dog in the yard.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, maybe it is Conor McLeod because Raiden is dumb enough to put himself in a human body and go into a tournament.
He's constantly being tricked. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
He's being tricked by all the villains.
And he's always like, you're never going to believe there's the greatest threat than ever. Shang Tsung is back. And no one's like, didn't we deal with this? Isn't this your job?
Yeah.
This
right?
is the one thing that you have to do.
Haven't you been around since the beginning of time, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing
Did you
here?
even start this tournament maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
The lore of Mortal
I think
Kombat.
I think it might be Conor McLeod. I think he would go for the beheading early on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because all you have to do, because also, generally speaking, an immortal will wait for the first available opening and just go for the beheading.
Yes.
So this,
Regardless of who it is.
yes, I think so.
Yeah. So Sean Connery in those movies was eventually going to have to fight Christopher Lambert.
Correct, yes.
And they were like cool with it. But they're like, we'll stick together because bros before other Highlanders.
Yeah.
That's the expression goes, right?
Bros before immortos, which is what you get. That's the prize. It's your immortos.
That's so cool.
It is cool, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
It's Connor McLeod.
It's Connor McLeod. Okay, I'm with that.
Also, you could probably bait Raiden with some
witty banter.
some light homophobia.
Yeah, it's true. What do you want to go on a date? I remember that movie.
Yeah.
It's a good one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is more. This is the same actor, but it's also the same character, just at different points in time.
Oh.
Nishit says Thor versus Fat Thor.
Right.
So is that Thor 1 Thor?
Is that peak Thor?
Probably in terms of confidence and abilities. Maybe Dark World.
No, I think peak Thor is Ragnarok Thor.
But he doesn't have... Oh, you mean with all his lightning abilities?
Yes, that's peak Thor.
Okay.
Yeah. But peak Fat Thor has both Mjolnir and the
That's
other axe
true.
thing.
The other axe.
Jarnsblorn or something?
And it also... Jarnborn. And it also seems
No, it's
like...
Jarnsblorn.
Jarnsblorn. It also seems like, even though in Ragnarok, they're like, Thor, you didn't even need your weapon. The power's within you.
Yes.
It seemed like he really did need those weapons.
Right.
Ultimately, right?
Sure.
So do you think Fat Thor is then just cutting through him?
Good question.
Could Thor summon the hammer?
Oh, regular Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's more worthy in that case? Fat Thor's got more humility, I feel, right?
That's true,
Been
yeah.
through more.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would probably... Or would the hammer go to who needs it most?
That's a really good
'Cause
question.
it's kind of vague
Isn't it though? Yeah.
and depends on the universe.
The inscription says, whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. But it doesn't say anything. Maybe if you turn it the other side, there's a list of like...
There's a weight limit?
There's a weight limit and a waiting list. Like it explains the queuing system for Thor's hammer. So it's like in the event if there are two people who are both worthy to possess the power of Thor and they both happen to be Thor because of some sort of time-related situation, you go into a queuing system. But if you've summoned the hammer, but then you summon again, you go immediately. You automatically go to the bottom of the queue again. So don't summon it twice in a row.
Yes.
But
But it's only the two of them.
it is
So nobody's outside the field summoning the hammer.
no. That's
Maybe
correct.
if Captain America's there, it goes to him regardless.
Do you
but
think
he's
he's
not
more
there.
worthy than
Yeah,
both of them?
probably in a lot of ways.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he is the most humble, isn't he? Isn't that the idea
It's
behind
not how humble you are.
It's part of it though, isn't it?
No, but it's
humility.
No, but I think it's worthiness as a warrior.
But it's
I think.
worthiness also in terms of the person that you are. And Captain America is one he's at the start of those movies, he's getting beaten up in the alley by a bully. And by the end of that, he's fucking king hitting Thanos with a magic hammer.
That's
like
true.
his journey is incredible.
Yeah.
And Thor puts on some weight. Like there's
That's
a big
true.
difference. But
I think
that's a different discussion.
That would also be a funny what if scenario if Weedy Captain America is fighting a bully in the alley and all of a sudden Thor's hammer comes to him.
What would he
And
do?
he just clocks the bully into space. That'd be fun. That'd turn the tide of the war fairly quickly, I would imagine.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did it with some muscles. Imagine what he could do with a magic hammer.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, okay, so I there's no Captain America. It's just
obviously,
it's
yeah.
Ragnarok Thor versus Fat Thor.
Yeah.
Uh
Ragnarok Thor, I feel, is more rage-filled. He's got so much regret and loss. But he's also he's damaged.
right.
Like he's got
But
PTSD.
Fat Thor is drunk.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. But I think he summons his suit and he's not drunk. Like alcohol would just burn out of his system.
Oh, you think so? Okay,
yeah, I
right.
don't think that would matter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Mm.
We've got to figure out a system of worthiness. Because I also don't think that's how it works. I don't think it comes to the person who's more worthy.
Yeah.
I think if you pick it up and I think if you grab it and you're worthy, you can pick it up.
Oh, you can't just summon it from...
No, I don't think it's a more
Because
summoning.
some people think that Captain America summoned it. I think he picked it up. But some people
Right.
think because you don't see it that he summoned it to his hand.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
think he picked it up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say that then.
Yeah, right. But what are the rules? Can we establish a definitive rule for if two people are fighting? If two people have the ability to summon a hammer,
Yeah.
it's in the middle of them. Who does it go to? Is it a
Does
contest
it
of will?
break?
Is it a contest of wills?
I don't think it is a will thing.
Does one person get the handle and one person gets the mallet?
Which would you prefer?
The mallet,
Yeah,
because I could use it
obviously,
half a brick style.
Yeah. Would it shatter If they're both calling it to each other
Probably.
and they're both Thors.
Probably.
Yeah. Yarnborn, anybody can use Yarnborn
Oh, that's cool.
as well.
Nice.
Because even Thanos uses it.
That's true. Does that also come back to you? Or do you
It
have
does, yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, you can
But who does
summon.
it come back to then? I think this might be a fist fight. Because what's going to happen is they're going to fight over the two weapons until they both break.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be a fist fight.
I don't think Fat Thor having any weight on him makes a difference. Because he's
No.
able to flip a car and fly and do whatever with the hammer.
Yeah.
I don't think having 60 pounds on him makes any difference.
I don't think so either.
And that's kind of proven in that fight where he's not gasping for air.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
He's fighting at like the same ability that he always
Yeah,
has.
right.
If anything, though, he's probably rusty in terms of ability.
That's
just
true.
from not fighting. But I don't think his strength would be diminished
Yeah.
significantly.
Also, they're probably both lightning proof.
Yes.
So that's out of the question as well.
Yeah.
This is really
It is a fist fight.
when you really boil it down, it's just a fight between two regular guys.
Okay, sure.
Because they
yeah.
both have the same strength level and they both have magical abilities that won't work on each other. Which means it's the equivalent of two blokes fighting in a car park.
Is the weight an advantage or a disadvantage? Because maybe it's an advantage. You've got a bit of shock absorption there.
That's true.
So he's hitting you and it's not going straight to your organs.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
kind of buffer.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Do you think either of them would tire? I think if it's like two regular guys, you would. Because
Yeah.
they're both at the same strength level.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100-ton punch each way.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, the only way to settle this is we should go to like the nearest liquor store and get two guys to fight in the car park, just two regular guys.
And we need twins and one of them's fat.
Right. Yep.
That's what we need, really.
Okay, we know those guys.
Oh, we do too.
I don't want to talk to those guys though. So, all right, let's come up with a definitive winner then. It might be Fat Thor.
I think it is.
But he's faster too.
Is he?
No, Thin Thor is faster.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, probably doesn't matter.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Because, it's not always the fastest person that wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think that Fat Thor's so angry.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So angry.
Yeah.
And he's also got a massive chip on his shoulder
That's true.
from destroying half the universe.
And I would also say that, and Ragnarok Thor is Infinity War Thor in
Yes.
the sense that he doesn't go for the head. But
Yes.
Endgame Thor definitely would.
Yeah.
So I think he's more likely to be a killer just to be
killer,
on the
yeah.
safe side. He'd probably be like, this is some Thanos illusion or whatever. I better
Yeah.
kill it.
And the other one's like, this is some Thanos illusion.
Better leave it alone.
Yeah.
Better pull my punches for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason. Terrific. What else?
Oh. All right. I don't know how much we're gonna get out of this, but I think it's interesting. This is from Caleb.
Okay.
So it's Wesley from The Princess Bride
Yeah.
versus Robin Hood from Robin Hood Men in Tights, because they're both
Oh my
Carrie
God,
Elwes
they are.
characters. I don't really know a lot about Robin Hood from Robin Hood Men in Tights, so I'm willing to sub in his character from Saw.
Pre
it's
or
Wesley-
post? Is he chained to the goalpost?
Yes, he's chained to the goalpost and he's got a saw there.
Okay, but what's he using it on? The saw could cut through a fiberglass goalpost.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
eventually.
he's getting stabbed before he gets through that, isn't he?
By Wesley. I don't know if Wesley would kill him.
Yeah, he would. Oh, actually, he's not really a killer, is he? He's more threat.
I mean, he's killed a lot of people, presumably.
Well, we don't
He's
know
the
that.
He's the Dread Pirate Roberts.
But the idea behind the Dread Pirate Roberts is you're not really that terrible.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the myth of it that kind of
Yeah.
propels people to be scared and hand over their trinkets
Yes,
and their
that's true.
golds.
Uh-huh.
And, he fights Andre the Giant,
Yes.
chokes him out. He fights that Master Swordsman, knocks him out.
Yeah.
Poisons that little dude.
He absolutely kills
But
him.
not
yes.
his fault,
Right?
to be fair. Yeah. And the guy from Saw, he's terrified, obviously,
yes.
because he always is.
So we're abandoning Robin Hood in this?
No, let's put Robin Hood in.
Okay.
I don't remember much about that Robin Hood. I mean, he's got all the Robin Hood stuff.
Yes.
He's like a ridiculous shot, but more so because he's parody level Robin Hood.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to factor that in.
Yeah, definitely. He's like a cartoon man.
Is he a killer?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, then it's probably Robin Hood.
Yeah.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, and he can fire projectiles.
Yeah.
But is Wesley
Yes.
knocking those down?
Maybe he is because he's just that good.
He's a great swordsman.
Princess Bride is such a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's a good movie.
And Wesley's like, guess what? I'm not left-handed. And Robin Hood's like, that's fine.
Not an issue, really.
I think Wesley's a better sword fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley?
Westley.
Westley.
It's Westley, yes.
Websley.
No, wrong.
Websley's dictionaries. Okay, I understand that.
Do you think Robin Hood would be in fear of Westley, the Dread Pirate Roberts? Does he know who he is?
Doesn't give a shit.
You don't think
Just
so?
a dude in a mask. He's a
guess so.
dude in a green hat. Doesn't matter.
It's true.
Doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Do you think Westley could avoid Robin Hood's arrows
It's
long enough?
Wesley. Sorry, go on.
It's Westley Stipes. Is his name.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying, do you think Wesley's fast enough to avoid those arrows?
I think he could knock him out of the air with his sword. Yeah. He's quick.
He is very quick.
He's doing judo and flips. Remember?
I remember he does judo and flips.
Yeah.
He gets on Robin Hood's back. He rides him like a buffalo.
Also, he climbs that rope like hand over hand,
Yeah,
up
yeah.
a mountain. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
No legs. He does it just arms.
That's
You ever
true.
done a rope climb?
No.
They're very fucking difficult.
I probably have.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, right.
But so he's insanely strong.
That was the previous Meso, the legend. He passed on all those stories to me. I've never done a rope climb.
well, normally you do the foothold.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You twirl it around.
Yeah, but
I
he
know.
doesn't do that. So
Yeah.
he is a fantasy character also.
That's true.
And he'll kill a rat. So I guess he is a killer.
Yeah.
Kill a big rat.
You're right. We don't really factor in because the legend of Robin
He also
Hood
died.
and came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he didn't bring himself back, but
No.
we know the pain that he can endure.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
That's true. Yeah, he could probably survive any number of arrows to the chest.
Yeah.
Probably. Not the head.
No. Robin Hood's not going for the head though, is he? Not comical Robin Hood.
No.
That's not funny.
No, that's true.
Hit him in the balls.
Hit him in the balls.
That's funny.
That is very funny. Yeah.
Makes a sproing sound.
Makes us might have a comical boxing glove on the
that's
end of that
right,
arrow.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I like that one.
I like it.
I think it's
I think
Wesley.
it's Wesley. Yeah.
Wesley Snipes, yeah. This isn't two of the same character, but I like it. Josh Owen says, an army from Lord of the Rings versus a man in a car.
So this is peak man in a car. Okay.
What does that look like
Okay,
then?
first of all, we've got to define the peak Lord of the Rings army. Which is the best one?
Is
you
it
would
the
know better than me.
Uruk-hai?
Oh,
The half orc,
I
half
was
people?
assuming human army,
Oh, okay.
or like the Allies.
Well, if it's a peak army, they've probably got elephants and
Right.
catapults and.
Yep.
But how do you hit a car?
Exactly. It's moving. It's moving too fast.
But if they've
catapults were invented before the car.
If it's peak army and you go.
Okay, let's say it's any army.
Okay. Well, if they've got elephants,
Yep.
you'd sweep a car over.
That's true.
They're not called elephants. They're called like a slight variation on that. And I cannot remember.
Tuscatrons.
The Tuscatron 2000.
That's right.
Yeah, they'd sweep a car straight over.
Yeah.
And I feel like a car, it would be a guy who's showing off his four-wheel drive on Instagram.
Oh yeah, right.
He's,
right.
you know, he's got
opens with the donuts.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
here's the thing, though. Would an elephant fear a car? I think it might.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not, but they're also much bigger than regular elephants. They're
They are
like
very big,
5
aren't they?
times the
Yeah.
size of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say let's make it a regular human army.
Okay, right. Okay.
Okay,
that's
so
fair.
like your
Okay, let's say, how about regular good guy army?
Yep.
So it has elves and it has
sure
dwarves
And people.
People, yes.
yeah,
Normals.
one dwarf.
One dwarf, okay.
There's really
A
only
magic
one.
guy? Do we put a wizard in there?
Yeah, but to what end?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, no wizard.
Yeah. No, I mean he could be there. It doesn't matter. But
Gandalf?
Gandalf's not stopping
He's summoning
a car.
it. He's just
Oh, that means he'll stop like a big fire dragon.
and he could very easily summon an eagle to just go through the windscreen.
Yeah, or pick up the car and drop it into a volcano.
Let's say Gandalf isn't involved.
Okay, fair enough.
right.
We'll make it interesting.
Yeah.
I think you'd only get so many people deep before your car stops.
Yeah.
And what's your plan? You drive into the middle and they smash the windows and drag you out and quarter you?
Yeah.
I think you'd kill like 20 people.
Right.
Yeah.
This is quite reminiscent of Ash in Evil Dead 3.
Right.
The Deadite army. He's got a car and a gun.
Yeah.
But this guy doesn't even have a gun.
No. Maybe he has a gun.
Yeah, right.
in his glove box.
How do the army... And also because the armies of Middle-earth, they attack sort of Braveheart style, like swarms.
Sure.
Right? You can't stop a swarm of men with a
No, not with a car.
No.
Maybe if you had 8 cars.
If you've had 8 cars... Exactly.
But it's not 8 cars
No.
versus an army.
No, it's
Yeah.
one man in a car.
Yeah, I think also they'd be on the bonnet. They'd be smashing the windscreen with the butt of their swords and whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
They put an
You'd
arrow
be
in
doing
it.
the man would be doing Instagram live. He's
Yeah.
not expecting any of that.
like an elf would get on the roof of the car and be balancing and shoot an arrow through the roof and the guy would be shot in the head.
Yep.
So I think he'd kill like maybe 10, 20 people.
Yeah, right.
But also, what's the terrain? A bog? They're fighting on a bog?
It's a bog or like a craggy mountain and there's lava.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, that guy's just going to fall into a pit of lava, I think.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying four-wheel drive, though.
Monster truck?
It's not a regular car.
No,
you're
right. It's not a regular car, but that's peak car, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is.
That's peak car and peak man.
Do you think they'd run?
The peak car is the Undertaker.
Yes.
And the peak man is the Undertaker, the wrestler.
Do you think people would run as the car comes in?
Yes.
Or yeah, they'd like kind of park.
Initially, I think they would, yeah. And then they would riddle it with arrows and he'd die.
Yeah, they would, yeah. That's right, yeah. What else?
Okay, here's another one from car related.
Cars.
This is from Will Duncan. He says the possessed murderous car from the Stephen King book Christine versus Kit from Knight Rider.
I don't know much about Christine.
Do you know much about Knight Rider?
Yeah, it's a magic car, whatever. It's not magic, I know. Yeah, it's a Hasselhoff version, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, but not the other versions because there's other versions. Okay, so what can Christine do? Christine's a murderer.
Yes. I'm going to look it up.
Is Knight Rider a murderer?
I'll be honest, I don't know anything about. I don't think Knight Rider is a murderer.
I think Knight Rider also needs like the go ahead for things, right?
No, he can operate on his own.
Yeah, but he needs like permissions to do like he
needs permission to shine. You're right.
But he's not stopping crime by himself. Like he's
not going out there on his own.
He needs a prompt to be like, meet me around the corner or whatever. You know? Meet me around the corner or whatever.
Right, sure. His famous activation phrase, meet me around the corner or whatever.
Yeah. I think Christine, what's that, like got the ghost of a...
I'm going to look up Christine the car.
Okay.
Look,
I'll look up Knight Rider while you're doing that. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's got a computer AI, obviously. It's got an alpha circuit.
Oh my God.
Which is, I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I just read that and I'm like, it doesn't matter. But it can control his turbo boost function, which I think is important. It's got a molecular bonded shell. So it's armored.
Yep.
Which I think is going to play in. It's got pyroclastic lamination.
Oh, yes.
So it's a thermal resistant coating.
Okay.
To withstand temperature. The power.
Christine, the car has been on fire, so
that's true. It's got like its power systems are off the chart. It's got a turbo boost as mentioned. It's got a voice, which I think is distracting. It's got a voice projection, so it can project his voice from at another position.
Oh,
yeah. Bit of
ventriloquism.
Exactly.
Car ventriloquism.
It's got an anamorphic equalizer.
That's the thing on the front.
That's the front thing.
Yes.
I don't know what that does. It's a scanner and it can scan wavelengths and X-rays and infrared. It can hear like special sounds and stuff on different wavelengths.
Okay.
It can smell.
Okay.
It's got micro.
But it's got no nose. How does it smell? Of oil.
Like a car.
Yeah, it smells like a car.
Micro scanners for tiny audio and visual sensors. It's got cruise control, auto control, prosciutto, super prosciutto.
It's got prosciutto.
How do you
like
say
a nice prosciutto. It's got a nice prosciutto. So it's got a trunk full of nice prosciutto. So it'd sell it at a market maybe.
It's got, not at the moment.
Yeah.
It's got silent mode, which I think is important. It's got a grappling hook and winch, important. It's got oil jets and smoke screen, important. It's got an induction coil, so it can produce from under the front car and remotely induce an electric charge. It's got a flamethrower. It's got a tear gas canister.
Whoa.
It's got ultra magnesium charges.
Bloody hell.
So magnesium flares. It's got high traction drop downs. Don't know what that is. Oh, it's for off-road. It's got a telephone comlink. Oh my God.
Wow.
It's got a microwave jammer. Not kind of relevant here. It can lock the brakes of other vehicles with a micro lock.
Nice, but what about a spooky car though?
Yeah, a spooky car without electronics? I don't think so.
Probably not.
It's got surveillance mode, traction spikes, infrared tracking scope, a laser power pack, a bomb sniffer, a medical scanner, a tintable windows, deflatable tires. I think that could come in handy. A fuel processor, a voice stress analyzer, seat ejection system. To what end, though? I guess you could shoot Hasselhoff into the car. Passive laser restraint system, video display monitors, computer printout.
Oh, dot matrix.
Money dispenser. Ultraphonic, for a bribe. Ultraphonic chemical analysis analyzer. Do you think it would maybe analyze the spectral forces, maybe?
Oh, could do.
Yeah. Interior oxygenator, two-wheel ski drive, third stage aquatic synthesizer, so underwater.
Oh, nice.
Emergency braking system, and convertible roof.
Wow. Well, if I can counter that, Christine is a 1958 four-door red Plymouth Fury that a high school dork named Arnie Cunningham purchases from George LeBay for $250 in 1978. This is from the Stephen King fandom wiki.
Love it.
It is a fancy car with white brim tires, white wall tires, double headlights, and white trimmed rims, but it is also wrecked and in need of serious repair, so he repairs it. Christine can come back. Like if you blow up Christine reforms because Christine is.
What do you need to do then to destroy Christine?
Let's find out. Let's go to the end of the movie, Christine.
Go.
Let's see. You attack it with a bulldozer.
Yep.
You smash it, you crush it into a cube, and then you drop her into a junkyard.
Okay.
And then at the end of the movie Christine, it's assumed that Christine is going to repair herself again.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So you'd have to separate the parts.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
But would Knight Rider have enough, have
Yes.
enough implementations and technical specs to know that that's the case? Or does he think he's won? Because I also think once Christine smashes Knight Rider,
yes,
Kit doesn't reform.
Yeah, but I don't think Christine isn't as durable as Knight Rider.
Or because he's got the hyperalloy super.
Knight Rider could straight up just charge straight through Christine,
Yeah.
I think. Like not even slow down. He'd go right through her.
Yeah.
That was the hallmark of Knight Rider back in the days. Knight Rider's basically indestructible.
Okay.
So you just go through Christine, I reckon.
And that's it.
Well, she'd reform, I think.
And then he'd do
But
it
he's got a
again.
winch. He's got all sorts of stuff. He could probably,
Pull them apart.
He could pull her apart and put one
That's
on
true,
one.
because it would come back, and then he's like, oh, I need to.
Yeah.
So I'd run through it again, and then I need
Yeah.
to do this properly.
Yeah.
Okay, I was having a laugh before, but this time, let's get serious for
Well,
once.
I mean, it would open because, again, you're right. They perceive each other as a threat, but I think the Kit would just be getting, like, bumped, like Stampy, like Christine, the haunted car, and he'd be like, please, stop this,
It's
please.
embarrassing.
Stop this.
You don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, see, the Christine, a powerful antagonist, in a world where you're a regular meat-based human,
Yeah.
obviously,
Very dangerous.
but in a world where you're an indestructible car,
Not as dangerous.
not as dangerous, I would
Okay.
say, yeah.
Well, this is my last one.
Or they fall in love.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what she needs.
Nah.
You don't think so?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Like have car babies?
Maybe.
Well, not everyone who falls in love wants to have kids, so yeah, maybe not.
That's true.
This is my last one from Justin Brown.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is a short fight. The Mandalorian versus Carl Urban Judge Dredd. Two guys, helmets don't come off.
And one guy is a really good shot, and one guy is like mostly struggling to get by through the entirety
Slipping
of
in the
of his
mud.
Disney Plus series. He's very tenacious, though.
He's tenacious, but he's a goof.
He is a goof. It's
And
true.
Judge Dredd is a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
Straight up, straight away.
He's not a murderer because he's working with the bounds of the law that he's invented.
You're right, sorry.
The law of
He's
his
an executioner.
He's an executioner in his society, in the society that he's that allows that entirely.
I think there would Judge Dredd appearing would say, identify yourself, take your helmet off, and it would just kind of escalate from
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure. Because he doesn't. Judge Dredd does not take no for an answer. He'd
No.
say, "Remove your helmet." The Mandalorian would be like, "I won't for vague religious reasons," and Judge Dredd would be like, "Well, I'm going to shoot you because not removing your helmet in the presence of a judge is instant death or whatever."
Yeah. And obviously he's got the armor
Yeah.
that it would bounce off.
Oh.
But I think he'd find the spots. He's got, also that gun is insane.
Well, I mean, if this is traditional comic, well, which Judge Dredd are we talking?
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban Judge Dredd. Yeah, that gun's
He's got hot shot.
He's got
He'd shoot
armor.
it under the...
armor piercing.
Yeah.
He's got probably
let's
heat seekers. I can't
Let's
remember.
assume though that it cannot pierce. He cannot pierce his armor.
Yeah.
But I would think he'd put it under the helmet and shoot it straight into his head.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And the Mandalorian's got like a grappling hook.
Does
And
the Mandalorian have Baby Yoda?
more often he does.
He often does. That's the thing.
That does change things a little
Changes
bit.
things very quickly.
I was hoping to wrap that up, Mason. You really?
Well, too bad.
We're doing another 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so Baby Yoda's got like one charge in him.
That's true. It only works once, but it's very effective,
Yes.
and it can hold a big buffalo type creature
Yes.
in the air long enough for the Mandalorian to shoot it,
Stab it.
stab it.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Still its egg.
Hmm.
Do you think if you got Carl, how handy is Carl Urban floating in the air? Let's say he gets his gun away from him.
Yeah.
How dangerous is he?
How dangerous is who?
Carl Urban, Judge Dredd, if he's floating in the air without his
Without
gun.
a gun, he's not that dangerous. I don't think.
You reckon?
What's he gonna do? Swim through the air?
Maybe.
I guess it depends what. Like if Dredd. I guess it depends what the one charge Baby Yoda has.
Yeah.
Like if if Dredd is like, you're a baby operating a floating baby carriage without a license, the sentence is death.
Yeah.
And shoots a bullet at Baby Yoda.
Dredd's not shooting a baby.
He probably would. And Baby Yoda stops the bullet.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his one charge. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you might be right. And then he's done.
Yeah. But I mean, Dredd with no gun floating up in a bubble, useless.
Dredd with no gun versus the Mandalorian would still win.
Right.
There's no way he's losing that fight.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He's tenacious. The Mandalorian gets out of things because he's got friends and luck.
Yeah.
But
also, Dredd probably has a second gun.
He's almost certainly got a second gun.
He's just never had to use it because no one's ever disarmed him. So,
well, isn't it if you disarm a judge, you automatically have to retire? Even if he's floating in the air, he's not letting go of that gun, is he?
No, that's true. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
It's Dredd.
Yeah, it's Dredd.
Yeah.
It is. Baby Yoda or no Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big finish.
Love that movie. Yeah, do you want to finish on that one?
Yeah, let's finish on that one.
All right, great. Okay. Well, look, thank you very much to the people who contributed. We obviously didn't get to all of them because we got hundreds, thousands potentially.
But we put them into a database. And by
right.
a database, I mean they're in Gmail somewhere.
That's right.
And I Googled I searched for Showdown every time.
And you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you again to those people who sent those in. We'll come back to this, no doubt. We do it every 6 months, every year. I don't know. Some of our more popular episodes.
We've lost track of time. We don't know. Maybe we did it last week. I honestly don't know anymore.
That's true. And every time we do one of these, I have to Google the last episode to figure out what number we're up to. So I have no idea. Maybe 9? Who knows at this point? Hi, we're back. It's the end. I don't have anything to say. So see you later.
Okay. Bye, everyone.